Have you ever asked yourself why good things happen to bad people or bad things happen to good people? Have you ever questioned the fairness of life? If yes, then this touching story will answer all your questions. Once upon a time in a faraway land, there lived a kind and generous woman named Alina. She had a loving husband and a beautiful daughter named Lily. They were a happy family, but their happiness was short-lived. One day, Elena's husband died in a tragic accident, leaving Elena and Lily alone and penniless. Though grief-stricken, Alina knew that she had to be strong for her daughter. So she wiped away her tears and told Lily that they would be fine. "We may have lost our dad," she said, "but we have each other, and that's all that matters." Time passed and Alina and Lily grew accustomed to their new reality. They learned to cope with the absence of the man they loved. However, fate had more in store for them. One evening, while returning home from the market, Alina and Lily noticed smoke billowing out of their house. They rushed inside to find their house engulfed in flames. Their furniture, their clothes, their photographs, everything was burnt to ashes. Alina watched in despair as years of memories turned to smoke and vanished into thin air. When the fire department arrived, all they could salvage were the clothes on their backs. That night, Alina and Lily slept under a tree, hugging each other for warmth and comfort. The next morning, a local charity organization provided them with food and clothing. Some neighbors offered them shelter, but Alina refused to accept their kindness. Instead, she decided to use this setback as an opportunity to teach her daughter an important lesson about life. "Lily," she said, "life is unpredictable. Sometimes it throws curveballs, and when it does, we must learn to pick ourselves up and keep going. We may have lost our home and our belongings, but we still have something very precious. Our bond, our love for each other." Alina took her daughter's hand and continued, "Our father would be sad to see us dejected and hopeless. He would want us to be brave and move forward." They spent the next few months staying with friends and relatives. While everyone sympathized with them, none offered to let them stay for long. Alina understood their predicament and didn't want to become a burden on others, so she started looking for a job. Soon she found a small apartment and a job as a waitress in a local restaurant. She worked long and hard hours to make ends meet. Meanwhile, Lily blossomed into a bright and cheerful teenager. She participated actively in school activities and made many friends. A few years went by, and Alina and Lily managed to save some money. With her daughter's encouragement, Alina took the plunge and started her own bakery. Lily helped her mother with the business during weekends and school holidays. Slowly, Elena's bakery became popular in the neighborhood. People loved the delicious aroma of freshly baked bread and pastries that wafted out of the shop. Moreover, they admired Elena's spirit and resilience. One day, a famous food critic visited Elena's bakery. He was impressed by the quality of the food and Elena's story. He featured her bakery in his column, which led to an influx of customers from all over the city. Elena's life was finally looking up. She had a thriving business and a wonderful daughter. She realized that while life had dealt her a rough hand, it had also given her an opportunity to grow, learn, and succeed. However, tragedy struck again. One afternoon, Lily collapsed at school. She was rushed to the hospital where doctors diagnosed her with a rare and expensive heart condition. Alina was devastated. She had saved enough to buy a house, but now she needed much more money for her daughter's treatment. Despite the odds, Alina remained calm. She sold her bakery and mortgaged her house to gather the funds for Lily's surgery. She did everything she could for her daughter, showing nothing but bravery and determination. After the surgery, Lily made a remarkable recovery. She not only survived, but also regained her cheerful self. Looking at her daughter, Alina felt a surge of pride and gratitude. She knew that their bond was unbreakable and their love for each other was the driving force that had helped them overcome every challenge. Many years passed. Lily grew into a successful young woman. She graduated from college and got a job in a publishing house. Alina, too, found happiness in her old age. She spent her days gardening, reading, and enjoying the simple pleasures of life. She often reminisced about the difficult times she had endured, but never allowed those memories to overshadow her present joy. One day, Alina and Lily were sitting in their garden sipping tea when Lily asked her mother, "Mum, why do you think bad things happen to good people? I know you've had your share of hardships, but you always remained positive and kind. Why?" Alina smiled and replied, "Life is unpredictable and sometimes throws unexpected challenges our way. However, I believe that these challenges are not punishments, rather they are opportunities for growth and self-discovery. When faced with adversity, we have a choice. Either allow the negativity to consume us or rise above it, learn from it, and move forward. I chose to rise because I knew that giving in to despair wouldn't solve anything. It would only make matters worse. Instead, I focused on what I could control, my attitude and actions. I decided to be kind, to help others, and to find joy in the smallest things. In doing so, I found inner strength and peace. You, too, have shown remarkable strength and positivity, Lily. Remember the harsh times we endured, but also recall the valuable lessons they taught us. Most importantly, they taught us the power of our bond, our love for each other. Our connection has been our anchor in the storms of life. Nothing can break that. As they sat there, lost in their thoughts, Lily noticed a small sprout amidst the weeds in her mother's garden. She carefully removed the weeds around it, revealing a tiny sunflower struggling to reach the sunlight. "Mum, do you think the sunflower chose to grow despite the weeds?" she asked. Alina looked at the sunflower and replied, "Of course, dear, just like you choose to be happy despite the hardships you face. Your happiness is a choice, a conscious decision you make every day, no matter what life throws your way. Remember, you have the power to choose your attitude, your actions. The sunflower chose to grow towards the light, and so should you." The importance of choosing happiness. Elena's life is a testament to the power of choosing happiness. Even when life threw its worst at her, she chose not to succumb to despair. She understood that happiness is not a reward for enduring hardships, but a conscious choice one makes every day. Similarly, Lily chose to remain positive and hopeful even when she faced the prospect of death. Her youthful optimism served as a constant source of strength for Alina. Their relationship, rooted in deep love and mutual respect, was their anchor in the storms of life. It was their bond that enabled them to navigate through the challenging times and emerge stronger on the other side. Alina and Lily's story reminds us that happiness is a personal choice, a decision to find joy in the midst of sorrow, hope in times of despair, and strength in moments of weakness. Life may throw countless challenges our way, but it's our attitude and actions that determine whether we rise above those challenges or get buried beneath them. So just like Alina and Lily, choose to rise, choose to be resilient, and choose to be happy. Always remember, happiness is not a destination. It's a journey that begins with a single step, and that step is a choice to be happy anyway. Now share this story with someone who needs to hear Elena's words of wisdom and comfort. If you found inspiration in Alina and Lily's story, gently tap subscribe, and don't forget to leave a comment below with your thoughts on the importance of choosing happiness in the face of adversity. Together, let's continue to explore tales that touch our hearts and enlighten our minds.